Okay, so in the last class, we made our paper mache masks, and I've given you a print off of a mask to color in with markers. This is your sloppy copy sketch. Now we're going to take that sketch that we've done all in markers. We're going to add the headdress to our now painted mask. You painted your paper mache mask with tempera paint, and what we're going to do now is any of this fringe, any of this leftover on the side here is going to get cut off. After it's all been cut off, you're going to go get the piece of construction paper that you need. Now I have two different colors for my headdress, so I need two different pieces of construction paper. This makes it look more dynamic and more complex. Alright, so I have my construction paper, my sketch, my mask, and I also have the original plastic mold that we used to make the paper mache mask, which is the first thing that you are going to trace. So trace the plastic mold first. Once you've traced the plastic, then you're going to put in the paper mask, and you're going to trace that, and that's going to leave a little gap between the plastic part and the paper part. I like to scribble a line in there because that is the no draw, no cut zone. You do not want to make any cuts in that space that you drew. Alright, so here is the outline of what I'm going to cut out for my fire spirit mask. Alright, so I'm going to start cutting it out, and I'm not going to bore you. I'm going to go cut it off screen, and I'm going to come show you when it's all done. So here it is, all cut out. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the yellow piece of construction paper, because it's the second part of my mask, of the headdress of my mask, lay it down, kind of get a look at it. Then, so again, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to trace the plastic mask, and then I'm going to trace the paper mask. And then I'll start sketching it out, and I'll cut out what I sketch off screen. Now see how I lay my first one down? That way I know I cut it out big enough that it will show up behind my smaller piece. Alright, here it is all sketched out, and here it is all cut out. Okay, so now it's time for the final step. What you're going to do is you're going to put a dot in the middle. Put that dot in the middle, and then you're just going to draw lines from the dot to that first edge of those two ovals. Do it on both of those. So it kind of looks like a pizza in the middle with a big crust. Then use your pencil and poke a hole in the middle and cut on each one of those lines. Now remember to stop. Be sure, this is very important. You need to stop at that first line. Do not cut into that crust. Do not cutting into the crust. Not cutting into the crust. Now write your name on the back, because you're about ready to cover up your name that's inside the mask. You can cut them both out, or I'm just going to glue each at a time. So you put a line of glue on each one of these little pizza slices that you just created. Don't go too far out, so where the cut stops, you need to stop with the glue. So here I'm just gluing, and this is on the front side, the clean side. Again, cutting out my pizza slices and stopping at the crust. Do not cut the crust. Put the glue on the front. Alright. Then, oops, you lay it the way you want to see it on top of the plastic mask and push the paper onto the plastic mask so that you are smashing the construction paper between the paper mask and the plastic mask, and then you're just going to leave that to dry. I'm going to show you. See how it's starting to come out? But you can see how those little tabs are grabbing the inside of the mask. And we're just going to leave that to dry overnight, and it will attach to the inside of the mask. Now we have a great ceremonial mask.